Hello, it's Catherine Maley, and this talk is called Patient Care Coordinator Role. So the role of the coordinator is to make the patient comfortable, to reassure them they're in the right practice and they'll get the result they want, and it's to help them decide because it's just too easy for cosmetic would-be patients to procrastinate. They've been procrastinating for years because it's a big deal to them. So your role is to be the aesthetic advisor to them to help them get to a yes. So it takes a great attitude. And I just love this girl. She's my favorite. She smiles, she's open, she's friendly, and she's confident. I have been surprised how many coordinators I have met. They don't bring their personality with them. I think they're so tight because they're afraid that they're selling or being pushy. And please remember, you're not selling, you're servicing. These prospective patients came to you, they have a problem, they need a solution, and you have a solution, which is your surgeon. So your job is to make sure they make the best choice, and that is to pick your practice, okay? Now, the decision-making process is a very tough one for cosmetic patients. I don't know if you've ever been one, but I happen to know this industry very, very well because I've been working in it forever. But had I not, oh my God, it's so confusing. There's too much information out there. Just when you think you know what you're talking about, then you go to some other blog post or Instagram post and find out something completely different. So there's so much mixed information and messages, and there's just way too much choice. This is why it's so important for you to get your role down pat so you have a lot more successes. So here's my secret. Build up your surgeon before the patient consultation. Actually, build you and the surgeon up before the consultation. Way too much happens at the end when if you did it at the beginning, you'd have a much better result. And you want to stand out. You want to be different than everybody else. So everything I'm going to show you here is much different than what others are doing. So that's how you're going to really stand out as a true professional. So for example, you're going to send out a shock and awe welcome package. If you don't want to, if you cheap out and just want to do it digitally, you can. The point being, even though they were on your website, there's a really good chance they didn't read half of what you think they read. And now you want to get them off the internet and into your world. So you're going to send a welcome, whatever, email package, whatever. And it's going to be loaded. It's your brag piece. It's going to be loaded with your surgeon, how great he or she is, testimonials, patient photos, and your emails, newsletters, anything you do that shows you in a really good light. That's what you're sending them. And you're also including in there what to expect during your consultation. We offer financing. All of that should be in here. So they're much more prepared when they see you live to get to a decision. Okay. Now, I love this idea. Why not, as the coordinator, send an intro video? And you just do a quick video on your phone. Everyone's so busy doing selfies. Why don't you do it for good, for practice building? So you just do a quick selfie. You can actually, there's a platform where you can just do a generic email video. Intro video, and then you can just use it for everybody. Or if you're really on your game, you can actually do a quick one and put their name in there. So hello, Karen, it's Catherine. I'm going to be your patient care coordinator. I'm actually like your aesthetic advisor throughout your journey with us. I can't wait to meet you, and and on and on. That would really be different and it would differentiate you. So please consider doing that. Then I really recommend you do a pre-consult call. And the pre-consult call is, again, to get them more and more comfortable getting to a decision when you actually meet. Now, the pre-consult call is very simple. It has 4 elements to it. The first one is allow about an hour so we have time to answer all your questions, because the last thing you want is a patient saying, I've got to get out of here. I've got to go pick up my kid. So just email me the quote. That's not how we do this. So tell them to allow about an hour. The next one is your surgeon is very busy and typically booked out several months. However, if they can bring along their calendar, you can accommodate their schedule should they decide to move forward. No pressure, but you do want to bring some dates because we've got to accommodate your schedule. The third one is, this procedure could start anywhere, or could start at 8,000 or range from 8 to 12,000. I just want you to know that we do offer affordable pay plans. Is that something that you're going to be interested in looking into? Because I can do that ahead of time. So you're trying to handle that finance question now and find out, have they been saving for this for a lifetime, or have they not even thought about the money part yet? Or are they going to get sticker shock, right? And then the last one is the big one. Is anybody else going to be involved in helping you make that decision? Whether it be your husband, neighbor, mom, girlfriend, sister, bring them along. During COVID, it can be FaceTime. Bring them along so we can answer both your questions, and and all your questions will be answered. If you do this pre-consult call and you cover these 4 areas, this is what prevents you from getting to the end after spending an hour with the surgeon, some more time with you, and you get to the end and it turns out they don't have their schedule. They don't know anything. They don't know about the money. They have to think about it and talk to their husband. You're trying to avoid hearing all those objections at the end when you've handled it at the beginning with the pre-consult call. Okay. Then there's the meet and greet. When you finally meet and greet, if you've done it this way, you sent them that welcome, email system, whatever, you sent them a video. If you did a pre-consult call, look at how energetic they're going to be and open to you when you do meet, because they feel like they know you already. You had several points of contact. The more points of contact you have with somebody, the more comfortable they get with you. So now your meet and greet is so much easier. Nobody's selling anybody. They're just excited to meet you. You're excited to meet them. And then you can walk them by your wall of fame. And your wall of fame is your brag wall. So hopefully you've got beautifully displayed things like plaques or PR or whatever. If you have celebrity patients, anything that makes them feel more and more like, wow, this is a great practice. I haven't seen this kind of thing before. And then you want to impress them in the consult room. This is an over-the-top consultation room, but I hope you coordinators have a nice private office to work with these patients in. And it includes things like mirrors, because patients love to look at themselves and their imperfections. So you want to make sure they keep looking at them, especially when money is going to be talked about. Any brag pieces like meet the doctor, flowers is nice, all of this. If you can have, the point is you need some privacy for this. I've been in several offices where they literally stand at the checkout counter and talk about the money. And that's not how you get to a yes. Your role is to make this patient comfortable, and they're going to be a lot more comfortable if they can talk quietly with you about numbers and dates and what their problems are and blah, blah, blah. So that is that. So, and then you also want to follow a structure. What I find with coordinators is they're all over the place. And you know why? Because patients will run you ragged. When you follow their agenda, you don't have an agenda and you have to just react to whatever they're doing. Instead, you have a role to follow your own structure. For example, you build rapport by asking questions. You find their hot buttons. By the way, if their hot button is just to get this done as quickly as possible because their husband's going to divorce them and then their credit card's going to get shut down, that's all they care about. Just go with that one. Position the physician as the best choice. Give them what they want. If you can do it, give them what they want, and then ask for a decision. Now, of course, you have to handle objections by asking more questions, but then you ask for the decision again. Yeah. And then you just practice. So I hope that's helpful to you. Please try some of these strategies, and I'm absolutely sure they'll be effective and you'll enjoy your career more. So that's that. That's CatherineMaley.com. And thanks so much for listening.